We have seen the construction of generator. Now let us see the working of generator. How is the construction of generator? A rectangular coil ABCD of insulated copper wire of many turns is mounted between the north and south poles of a permanent strong magnet. End A is connected to slip ring R1 and D is connected to slip ring R2. Now R1 is in contact with the carbon brush B1, R2 is in contact with carbon brush B2, and B1 and B2 are connected to the external circuit with the galvanometer. Now this is the construction of generator. Now let us see the working of generator. Okay. Now let us suppose that this rectangular coil ABCD is rotated in the clockwise direction. In the clockwise direction means AB is moving upwards, CD is moving downwards. So if you apply Fleming's right hand rule to know the direction of the induced current, what you come to know is current is induced in the arm AB along AB and in the CD along CD. So you can apply Fleming's right hand rule for this. See, if you apply like this, your fingers, you come to know that in the arm AB, which is moved upwards, the current is induced along AB, and along CD, it will be induced along CD. So in the coil, the current moves in the direction, or the current flows in the direction ABCD. Okay, now the current flows in the direction ABCD. Since the current flows in the direction ABCD, D is in contact with R2. So R2 is in contact with the brush B2. So the current flows in the external circuit from B2 to B1 like this. And this direction is indicated by the galvanometer. Now after completion of the first half rotation, CD comes over here and AB comes over here. But now CD is moved upwards and AB is moved downwards. Okay, CD is moved upwards and AB is moved downwards because of the completion of the first half cycle. Now in this case, if you see, since CD is moved upwards, current will be induced in the direction DC, and in AB it will be induced along BA. So the current flows along DCBA, and A is in contact with R1, R1 is in contact with B1. So current flows in the direction B1 to B2 in the external circuit like this. So what we come to know here is every half rotation or every half cycle, the current induced in the generator keeps on changing its direction from B1 to B2, B2 to B1, B1 to B2, B2 to B1, and so on. So the current which changes its direction every half cycle or every half rotation is called alternating current or AC. AC stands for alternating current. And this alternating current can be converted into direct current, or AC generator can be converted into DC generator by the use of split rings. Split rings are called what? Commutator instead of slip rings R1 and R2. That is, if you connect commutator or split rings, AC generator can be converted into DC generator. It means you can get direct current from this generator. DC stands for direct current, which does not change its direction every half cycle. Okay. Okay, take down these notes. Now let us see some in-text questions. On page number 237, the first question is, state the principle of electric generator. You all know electric generator uses the principle of electromagnetic induction. So the answer is electromagnetic induction. Name some sources of direct current. Some sources of direct current are battery, then DC generator, dry cell, etc. Then third question, which sources produce alternating current? The answer is inverter, AC generator, etc. Okay, and then the next question, that is the fourth question is, I will read the question. You also have the textbooks with you all. A rectangular, choose the correct option. A rectangular coil of copper wires is rotated in a magnetic field. The direction of the induced current changes once in 2 revolutions, 1 revolution, half revolution, 1/4 revolution. The answer is half revolution. Once every half revolution, the current induced will be changing its direction. Okay, so this is the answer. So we will meet in the next class. Till then, bye. Take down these notes in your fair.